How would you feel if you were to find out that the number one new form of currency is being manipulated and ran by the darkest side of the world? Hi, my name is Ayana, and today I'm going to teach you guys more about Bitcoin and the dark web. To start things up, if you've never heard about Bitcoin before, Bitcoin is the cryptocurrency responsible for the sudden peak in interest when regarding trading. If you were to ask a handful of people what is Bitcoin used for, the answers may shock you beyond disbelief, because some people may think that it's just trading with the stock market or just something simple that people use to invest more money of, but it's way more to that than what it seems. As children, we are all made privy to the sort of folklore that there is a dark depth within the World Wide Web, which is in fact what I'm about to introduce to you guys today. All other things that you hear about the dark web is absolutely true. From selling organs to hiring hitmen to selling kids to selling drugs, everything that's bad does in fact happen on the dark web. And you may have thoughts about how could the government let this keep going on? Why don't they just stop it? How would someone go about paying for all these services in the first place? And that one answer is literally Bitcoin, which is the latest and greatest in cryptocurrency and the main use of trade among the worst of the worst. Back then, years ago, one would have to physically go to the bank and demand the money in order to steal from you. However, the dark web and Bitcoin has changed this completely. And it's actually for the best for criminals in our society, because now they don't have to go to jail. It's easier for them to be more private and their information is more confidential within themselves. They can now buy your information without a trace at a very low risk, high reward. Before engaging in this assignment, I have asked many people around where I lived at what's the first word that fulfills your mind when I utter the word Bitcoin. And some of the words that does come into their mind are scams, drugs, illegal, and the FBI. And you may think, how do people scam with Bitcoin and on the dark web? Would you believe that if I tell you that there are actually websites that sell your information, your card information, and everything else to other people for as low as $6? And that's not even the lowest price I've ever seen. I've seen people sell cards for $3 and all that stuff. Also, I know you guys see probably a lot of boys' social media. They will post Cash Apps or the banks or what bank do you have, and Wells Fargo is going up today and all this other stuff that sounds crazy. But they are actually stealing your money and robbing your money when they're doing all this. In an article that I read by Daniel Moore, he explains how Bitcoin is the most common currency employed in all Tor hidden services trade. Bitcoin has been listed as the general form of payment for 423 drugs purchasing websites, 327 finance websites, which all means that they could be very useful for using your credit, and also firearms and miscellaneous sites are all over the web. Would you in fact believe that also? What we do every day for classes can also be traced on the dark web. People sell Zoom information all over to try to take people's identities, to try to sell people identities. It's actually really crazy how we can sit in a Zoom class on a Tuesday at 3 p.m. and we are actually being stalked by people on the dark web being sold. Also, there are many claims that on Facebook, people sell people's passwords and people sell people's identity and all this stuff that can get you in trouble, not even in trouble, it can just get your life in trouble and in danger, which is why it's very cautious to be aware of almost everything that you put on the internet, almost everything that you put on your laptop, because it's so easy for them to have access to almost anything. To wrap things up, I just want to say that Bitcoin is what fuels the darkest part of our society. I believe that the coin was not meant to be used in this way, but it forever changed to be this way. I also wanted to say that it is important to be cautious about what you put on the internet, even if that's from saving your card information when you're buying things on Google Chrome or just anything in general, because I know for a fact that it has happened to me where someone has actually seen my card on one of these sites and I had to actually just change my card completely because of this. So if you guys want to do that, here's your sign to do that as well. But here are some 3 questions that I do have for you guys. So question number 1, have you ever wanted to search the dark web out of curiosity but with fear that the FBI will come knocking on your door? Question number 2, What would you do if you were to find out your information was exactly on sale on the dark web? Would you snitch, and who would you even snitch to? Which leads me to my third question, which is, do you think that the government is actually a part of this, being though that they have done absolutely nothing to stop it, and I feel like they have the power to, but they just don't want to. So I feel like they maybe be a part of it, but maybe they're not. So that's all I have to say for this topic, and I hope you guys enjoy. I just want to thank you guys for watching. Bye.